Welcome back to Accrued Interest. Today, March 24th, 2025, I want to give you a quick update on some positive developments at one of my favorite companies, but also a little controversial, AppLovin's. As always, a brief disclaimer, everything said on this podcast is for educational purposes, as I'm not a registered investment advisor. I've lost count, but I believe this is number 4 in a series of videos that I've been doing on one of my favorite stocks, AppLovin's. In the last 2 videos, I was mostly focused on refuting the short sellers who were accusing AppLovin's of every crime known to man. Fortunately, the stock price has begun to recover over the past 2 weeks as the company has gone on offense. They've been meeting with different sell-side analysts and reaching out to different investors to explain the validity of their business model. But the main reason I'm doing this video today is to tell you some new information that shows how AppLovin's might be able to accelerate its revenue growth even further. I was reading one of my favorite primary research sources called The Media Buyer. It's a newsletter by Northbeam. Northbeam is a company that works with different DTC and e-commerce clients to help them spend their marketing budgets effectively across different digital platforms. In their newsletter, one quote jumped out at me. Quote, "Last week, AppLovin's spend across all Northbeam clients was higher than YouTube spend and almost surpassed TikTok spend. AppLovin's lowered the minimum spend requirements for the e-commerce pilot to $10 million in annual revenue, meaning more brands can join and spend budget." Let's take a step back, because that one sentence had a lot of great information in it. The reason why AppLovin's stock was one of the top performers over the last year is because the company found a way to use its model to basically target e-commerce customers, where before they were only working in the gaming industry. Under the old terms, AppLovin's was focused on the largest e-commerce customers. You had to spend $600,000 on average on Meta before you could even be invited to spend money on AppLovin's. That means you had to have a marketing spend over $7.2 million just to play. Northbeam said that threshold was lowered dramatically. Now, customers only need a total revenue of $10 million annually in order to spend on AppLovin's. This greatly expands the pool of potential customers, and it reminds us just how many more customers are going to be able to use AppLovin's when they eventually get full self-service tools, which are still yet to come. Last month, the company's CEO, in a letter to the shareholders, highlighted that AppLovin's was able to take 600 customers and get them to over $1 billion in gross ad spend. If AppLovin's has lowered the threshold to $10 million in total revenue, I know that the number of customers is significantly higher than 600. Here are some signals of how AppLovin's is actually executing for Northbeam's clients. First, AppLovin's has successfully held on to about 3% to 4% of customers' budgets. Secondly, CPMs are currently increasing as different advertisers join the platform and competing for the same impressions. Thirdly, despite more advertisers competing for impressions, the customer acquisition for the platform is still very affordable. Northbeam said that customer acquisition costs were as much as 25% less than Meta, TikTok. And lastly, clicks on AppLovin's ads are definitely driving conversions. What matters for advertisers is where they can get a strong return on advertising spend. They're going to keep spending on the platforms that allow them to monetize and reach the most customers profitably. I believe this means that you need to stay locked in with AppLovin's because the performance data speaks for itself and advertisers are still spending on the platform. For more updates, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, check out my AppLovin's research playlist, and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.